Why did I say that? Like, really? What possesses me to say out loud? The critique my brain gives when someone is just trying to connect with me? Why am I so critical? I don't know if everyone struggles with this, but I do. In group settings, even one-on-one with my husband or children, I sometimes get so anxious that my thoughts trip over themselves. My tongue gets heavy, so instead of saying something thoughtful, I rush in with something quick. Things get awkward, and what I say is often unnecessary. My husband is fun and quick-witted. I'm starting to wonder if I am trying to imitate him unsuccessfully. Though I'm reluctant to admit this, I have discovered that I seem to have this deep-seated insecurity where, it turns out, I'm not very interesting. I don't always trust that my presence alone is enjoyable. I don't believe I'm perceptive or engaging in all the ways that I wish that I was. So, instead of listening, I'm often scrambling to prove I have something worth saying. I react instead of connect. And, instead of coming off as insightful, I sound like someone who only cares about what she can add to the conversation. What a dumb question. Let me explain what I know. I don't want to sound like that, but if I'm frank with myself, often I do. Luke says, "The good person out of the good treasure of his heart produces good, and the evil person out of his evil treasure produces evil. For out of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaks." I was listening to someone close to me talk about trying out wigs, mixing things up for herself in a fun but vulnerable new way. And I love talking about hair. I cut, highlight, and color my own hair. I've done it for years. That's something people know about me. This should have been an easy and engaging topic to connect with her over. The conversation started great. She was sharing her excitement about trying new hair colors and styles. Oh, how I love when people try new things with their hair. It's a subject that I genuinely enjoy hearing and talking about. When she mentioned being unsure about how natural the part on one of the wigs looked, instead of entertaining the subject and hearing her out, I interrupted her. "You should just create a new part. That's usually what people do. I've actually watched videos on it." And just like that, the conversation quieted. She didn't even finish her sentence. She was opening up, and I was unintentionally shutting it down. No, it wasn't because I didn't care, but because in that moment, I needed to prove that I knew something on the subject. And no, I don't just look up on YouTube or Google how to style and wear wigs. I mean, who am I? I cut her off while she was talking, just to tell her that I knew a little something about the subject. I mean, really. Ashley, why do I do this? Is this an insecurity? A need for relevance? A need for attention? Or is it arrogance? None of those possibilities are easy to sit with. Of course, I don't want these attributes about myself to be true, but not wanting them to be true doesn't mean that they aren't. Am I attention-seeking, or just so arrogant that I think my opinion and expertise need to be heard? So, insecurities turn outward. Another thing I do, and maybe you do it too, is deflect my insecurity onto others. I see traits in someone else that trigger something in me, and instead of sitting with it, I will push it back at them. You know, in full critique style. Who better to critique than maybe the woman who also looks like me in the mirror? Dramatic much? Yes, I said that to my mother. She was worried she had said something wrong to my daughter. She was looking for reassurance. This is without much context, but nothing justifies my attitude. Sarcastically, I responded to her. Instead of approaching the conversation with reassurance and meeting her with grace, I met her with a sharp jab. I grieved that conversation for days. No matter how justified I thought I was in the moment, I knew I could have responded with more respect, more patience, more love. Again, why do I do things like this? Why do I feel it is okay to disrespect my mother? Why does a quick jab ever feel appropriate? Well, James says this. Know this, my beloved brothers. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. I'm learning. I've been on a journey of self-reflection and discovery. I am learning to slow down and listen more than to speak, to pause before reacting. I am learning to open up and talk about things and write about them, all while asking God for help and clarity on these subjects too. I want to finesse the way I treat others in conversation, but I must start with how I think. That is where true growth occurs. Jesus said, "You brood of vipers, how can you speak good when you are evil? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks." That's in Matthew. Words carry weight. Words shape how others feel. Often, words can linger longer than we ever expected. I want to grow as a person who reflects Jesus. So, growth must start with how I think before words ever reach my mouth. I don't want to just sound different. I want to be different at the root. I want my heart and mind to be good soil. As T.D. Jakes said, lay your hands on yourself and say, "I am good soil."